What do you think are the zeros? 2, -1, -3. Okay? Do any of those zeros have a multiplicity? Are any of those factors raised to a power? Okay? So we would do it like this. Okay, 0 equals x minus 2, x plus 1, x plus 3 squared. That means that x equals 2, -1, and -3. But with the -3 only, right, I write multiplicity equals 2, right? The multiplicity does not apply to the other two zeros. It only applies to the one that is coming from a factor which is squared. Again, the important thing is to understand what does that mean about the graph, right? If on this graph, I'll make a small one, 2, -1, -3. I think we did this one already. Right, -3, -1, and 2. We know at -3, it's actually touching -3 and going back on the same side. Well, what is the degree of this polynomial? If it's a x times x squared, what's the degree? Fourth quartic, right? X times x squared. It's going to be fourth degree, which is quartic, which means that it either does one of these things or it does the opposite. Okay. In this case, since that's x, all of them are positive, it's going to be doing this, right? It's going to touch that, then it's going to go down through that and back up like that, right? It has to touch that -3, but stay on the same side. And we could have figured out the y-intercept. What do you think the y-intercept would have been of this one? Remember, that's when you multiply all the last. Well, remember, that's a 3 times a 3. Because that's x plus 3 times x plus 3. That's 9 times 1 times -2. It means that should have been like -18. The y-intercept has to be -18.